Hey everybody, Von here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 59 of a year of yoga. We are going to be starting on our mat today, just at the foot of our mat where we usually do. And take a couple of nice deep breaths in. We can kind of start by stretching our ankles, making circles in one way and then the other. And now on the other ankle, let's peel that foot up. 1, 2, 3 circles inward and then towards the outside. 1, 2, and 3. And now we can kind of dip and make some circles with our knees. 3 in that direction, and then 1, 2, and 3 in the other direction. The nice wide feet. Let's go 1, 2, and 3 in one direction. Then hip circles. 1, 2, and 3 in the other. We can do just a few. We're just trying to wake everything up here, so you can be as belly dancey as you want, or not. That's fine. We can just inhaling and exhaling, kind of moving through that body undulation. We can do some chest circles once, twice, thrice in one direction. Let's go the other way. There's 1, 2, 3. Let's do some snake arms. 1, 2, and 3. Now you can do head and neck rolls. Oh, there's 1, 2, and 3 in one direction. Now change directions. There's 1, 2, and 3. That's really good, you guys. So now that we're not fully warmed up, but we kind of the blood's flowing slightly more than what it was. Let's inhale up, bringing our arms overhead and swan diving down into a forward fold. Bringing your hands to a chair or blocks or the ground. With a micro bend in our knees, let's inhale up to flat back. Really isolating that stretch through our hamstrings as we exhale and come back down. Just rocking forward and back. Maybe swaying our hips a little side to side. And then relax into a place of stillness. It's just us and our breath. Bend our knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, our hands over our head. I'm going to do my feet just a little bit wider here, but you'll find what's comfortable for you. And as we exhale into chair pose, we want to make like we're sitting down onto the edge of a chair. You don't have to be super deep, but just engaging. Let's spend a few breaths here. Really growing and radiating out of our open heart and exalted arms forward. And then we can come up out of that. Now we're going to try eagle pose, which has been, I'm going to say it, impossible for me for a really long time, just completely unapproachable. But we're going to try to make it somewhat approachable here today. So I'm going to do this at an angle so maybe you can see what's going on. But I'm going to bend as though we're coming into chair pose, and we can cross one leg over the other, possibly propping our toe up on a block, or even just crossing at the ankles. I'm going to be just a little bit higher up, and then bringing, and I'm not quite able to bend with my arm. So I'm just going to wrap this one arm around the outside of my other. And there's 1, 2, and 3 breaths as we come up out of it. That can be, I know it probably doesn't look like much, that can be quite challenging. So let's ground back down through our feet and lifting my right toes this time. I'm going to lift that leg and cross it over my other with a decent bend in my knees. Now bringing my right arm with my left arm wrapped around the outside of it. Just really stretching, trying to find some balance. So on this one, I think I may leave my toe on the ground. There's 1, 2. Oh, I fell out of it, but let's keep going. And 3. And you can come up out of that. Oh my goodness. So it's not like how it looks in the yoga books or anything like that, but we're starting to build ourselves towards that strength and balance, and rising to the challenge is a good thing. Okay. So now we're actually going to just settle on down to the ground, and we are going to cradle start with our right leg, flexing my foot to protect my ankle. I'm actually just going to bring that, I'm not quite to where I can hold it towards my chest yet, but just bending and stacking my right ankle on top of my left knee while we're here on the ground. But just stacking my legs on top of each other like that really gets through my hip. I can feel it in that sciatic nerve area. Let's take a few deep breaths here. There's 1. That was 2. Let's do 1 more. And 3. And now from here, we can try to pick up our leg and bring it in towards our chest. But for me, there's not really enough space there to kind of really get a nice feel for that. So I'm not going to push myself into that shape today. And so now trading positions, I'm putting my right leg on bottom with my foot flexed to protect that ankle joint. And I'm going to bring my left leg in here on top, like so. And if it's helpful to you, you may place a block between your foot and your leg. Or you could have this bottom leg stretched out and put a block between your left knee and the ground, just however's comfortable for you. You could also be practicing this in a chair. And if having your ankles having your ankles lined up with your knees isn't quite challenging enough for you, you can deepen it even further by kind of bringing your knees together. But holding onto my knee and the ankle of my flexed foot, I am just straightening my spine, pulling my breath into the bottom of my lungs, letting it swirl around there before one more nice deep breath. That's awesome, you guys. Okay, up next, we will do bound ankle pose. We're not going to be leaning forward like in cobbler the way that we had been doing. No, I don't know. I really want to do that. Okay, we might. We'll see. But we really want to focus on bringing those knees down to the ground and growing and extending our spine just nice and elongated while holding on to our ankles. And we should be getting a really nice stretch through our inner thighs here. Something that we can do as an option is to put a block just right here where our feet would be sitting. and then sit one foot and the other foot. And I just find this really makes a little bit more space since I've got these dummy thick thighs to really open up that inner thigh area. And also get a really nice stretch into the neck while we're sitting here. Now let's find a moment of stillness. I always find myself trying to layer like 2 or 3 postures together, and it's like, let's not shortchange one for the sake of feeling like we're getting the most juice out of the minute. But just being here is enough. One more breath here. Nice and deep. And really just get all the extra dregs of air out. And be very refreshing to our lungs. Like, I feel like sometimes there can be some stagnant air at the bottom of them, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's actually like reality, but sometimes it can feel that way. So this is a great time to kind of wring that out, clean it out. Just a complete exchange of air. So now we can extend our legs out in front of us. And I'm going to be shifting my sit bones, shifting the booty out of the way of my sit bones. And I'm going to be accommodating of my larger stomach and have my legs spread nice and wide. That way there's room for me. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, hinging forward at my hips, trying to not curve my back if I can help it, but come down, hold on to our feet. We can do the inside of our feet or the outside. And now from here we will bow over and get a nice stretch through the back side of our body. If you can reach down, grabbing onto your heels. I like to do a little bit of a wiggle, pull the taffy of my lower back as we come down and over. A few more breaths here. As we roll back up. And now from here, I'm going to cross my feet and lean forward. Walk my knees back to a nice and wide and come back to child's pose. I'm just supporting my upper body with my elbows so that I can still get that nice stretch through my back instead of feeling like I'm face planting onto the ground. Inhale and exhale. Now from here, I'm going to take my left hand and reach to the right side of my mat and kind of just settle into that left elbow that's now on the ground. And really stretch through my left side. Lifting up out of that, I'm going to reach to the left side of my mat with my right hand. And really leaning into it, getting a nice deep stretch through my right lats. One more breath. And there we are. Now, back up, we can do a little bit of a kind of like sitting back cat cow. which I find is a lot easier on my wrists and kind of gets into a different part of my hips. Now, from here, just stretching back a little bit more. There we go. We will come crawling forward. Ooh, rolling back onto my booty. We are going to bring our knees into our chest. So let's inhale and roll down. Oh, one vertebrae at a time. Oh, this is pretty nice. Inhale and exhale. Bring our knees into our chest, kind of rocking from side to side. I really like to massage that lower back. And we can stay fully reclined like this with our knees pulled in, or we can inhale and exhale, rounding our head up towards our knees and just rocking some more from side to side. Now extending, oh goodness, extending our legs back out, raising our arms overhead. We can now bring both of our knees up into a right angle. Inhale and exhaling over to the right and leaning our upper body to the left. Kind of looking across. A few more breaths here. Inhale, rolling back to center. And exhale. Doing a controlled twist to the other side. And looking off to the right. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, straighten your right leg. I'm going to reach my right hand across my body to hold on to my left leg. Inhale and exhale. Please pardon my barking dogs. So just getting a deeper twist all through our spine and our hips. Inhaling back up to center. Exhale. Change legs. Bringing my left hand across my body to hold on to the outside of my right thigh. Inhale and exhale. Oh, goodness. Such a good stretch. Just twisting a little bit deeper. A few more breaths here. And inhale, coming back to center. Exhaling both of our legs back out. And then just to lay here in Savasana or corpse pose. Maybe make some circles with your feet. Relax the tension out of our face that we might be hoarding in our face, our neck, our chest, our shoulders. Now from here, when you're ready, we can roll on to our right side very gently, very slow and patient with ourselves. And lift ourselves back up to a nice seated position. Roll the shoulders and neck a little bit, get the blood flowing back. And that is it, you guys. Whew. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I look forward to seeing y'all again tomorrow for the next day of our year of yoga journey. And just, I'm still, every day is a new personal record. And I'm so pleased and surprised to still be doing this. And I'm very pleased to have y'all along here with me. So thank you again. I hope you have an awesome day. And until next time, keep on keeping on. Bye.